Time is never fluent. Time is never fluent. I just want to talk about some things, okay? I just seen, I guess the Puerto Rican people are talking about Sudiksha Konanki, right? I did reads on Sudiksha Konanki. So I heard on this one girl's channel that's always talking about Sudiksha, and I also went to the Puerto Rican channel, okay, where they're speaking in Spanish, okay. Puerto Rico is close to the Dominican Republic, okay. To get to Puerto Rico, you either have to fly in Puerto Rico or you have to go by boat from DR, Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico, okay. So I don't know if this is true. They're saying that she was spotted on a beach in Puerto Rico, okay, Sudiksha Konanki, okay. Um, and they said that she was spotted on the beach. Now, Sudiksha is Indian, okay, but she could pass for Spanish, okay. So this is what people are saying, okay. So if she's in Puerto Rico, is she there on her free in her free will, okay, or did she was trafficked to Puerto Rico, okay. So this is going to be interesting what we find out about Sadiqa, because there is people that fake their disappearance, okay, because they don't want to be seen again, okay. um so did she fake her disappearance or was she trafficked? Okay, that is the question. Okay. Puerto Rico, to get to Puerto Rico from Dominican Republic, like I said, it's by plane. So they would have a flight list if she was on that, and any flights flying into Puerto Rico. Um, Puerto Rico is United States territory. Sorry, you guys, is United States territory. Okay, so remember in my video, okay, I was talking about Puerto Rico, okay, um, and I don't know why I was talking about Puerto Rico. Um, Somebody's writing me in Spanish. Is this? This is not Spanish. This is French. Hold on. Hey, you guys. Okay, somebody's writing me in French. It's not Spanish. So the word on the streets is she's in Puerto Rico. Okay. I don't know how true this is. It could be her that they spotted. Okay. Now, where they spotted her was on a beach. Okay. And it's very interesting because when you think about beaches, you think about tourists. And if she is free, right? How is she taking care of herself? Okay. How is she buying food? How is she buying clothing? How is she buying having shelter? Okay. I need to pull a card on this. I think I need to pull a card on this. So Sudiksha is spotted in Puerto Rico. If you go to my videos, I talk about Puerto Rico, and I think Joshua went to Puerto Rico, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, the white boy. So let me pull a card on this. Sudiksha Konanki. Is she in Puerto Rico? Give me one card. That's all I need, ancestors. One card. Okay, court system. Give me one more card. So this is interesting. Okay, courts and community. Okay, 39. So people know about where Sudiksha Konanki is. I told you guys. I don't know why people are saying this girl drowned. This girl is dead. Somebody's going to get a message of concern. Okay, 1441. I feel like they're going to get a message of where she's at. I don't believe Sudiksha's dead. I think Sudiksha's still alive. I've always said that from day one. and a community. She might be blended in a community. If she's Indian, but she could pass for Spanish. Okay, and Puerto Rico, like I said, is United States territory. Okay, if you go back to my videos, I think it was like my first video I did. I even said that she can be in Puerto Rico. Okay, I said that she could be in Puerto Rico. I did say that, or she could be in any of those islands. Okay, and it would make sense because Puerto Rico is United States territory. But how is she supporting herself? Okay, that is the question. Okay, was she trafficked? Okay, did she just disappear because she wanted to disappear? Okay, I'm telling you guys, there's more to Sudiksha's story. Okay, we're going to get answers here. If she did leave freely and willingly, she can actually be charged for this because she had the FBI looking for her. She had people looking for her. I'm not saying she left freely. I'm just saying that I don't feel like her spirit crossed. Okay, you guys, I've been doing this for a very long time. I am born a psychic. I don't feel like her spirit is crossed over. I'm sorry. I've never got that. Not even for day one. Okay. Um, I've never got that her spirit crossed over. Okay. So the first card was is the court. Okay, jurisdiction. Um, and the number 30. The second card I got was community. Okay, so she's in some community. I really believe this. Okay. Did she fake her death? Was she trafficked? Remember I said, was she trafficked? Okay. Um, in the hotels by the beachfronts, there's prostitution. Okay. Um, did she want to run off with some guy and leave her life? Um, if she did want to do that, um, she's in big trouble because she had the FBI involved, the Dominican courts. Um, but there is a message of concern. So the message of concern is she, does it mean, is she alive? Okay, somebody gets a message like her mother or somebody, and they're like concerned. Okay, message of concern. So does that mean she is free or she is trafficked? Okay. Um, Now, if they want to send a special team in, the because Puerto Rico is United States territory, so they have an embassy over there. Um, I have the love card here. Okay, this came out on Sudiksha before. Love. Okay, so is she freely in love with somebody, and she just wanted to get away from her life, med school, her family? I don't know. Okay, I did plenty of reads. I just did a read on her recently. Um, so the love card came out. So that's interesting. Love and couple. So love, couple. Give me another card in the true crime. So on this side, I have message of concern, love, and couple. So was she promised love? These traffickers could have promised her love. Okay. Um, I feel like this girl's still alive. Hotel motel. She could be in a hotel motel. Yes. Okay, so she could be in a hotel motel by the beach. So what they're talking about in Puerto Rico, she could be in Puerto Rico. And the sightings that they did see her on the beach could be Sudiksha Konanki. Okay. This video is for entertainment purposes, but she could be on the beach. There was two young gentlemen that I guess they don't want to share the video of Sudiksha on the beach because they don't want all that attention coming on them. Okay. But my thing is, if they don't want the attention coming on them, at least they should give it to the authorities so people know that Sudiksha Konanki is okay. And if she did staged this in any kind of way, um, for whatever reason. Okay, maybe she didn't want to. Maybe she fell in love with somebody. I don't know. Okay, I feel like this girl's still alive. So the couple card came out. Um, so is she with a couple? A man and a woman? I don't know. Motel, hotel. Is she staying in a motel, hotel near the beach? Okay. If the FBI want to check, they can check the hotels and motels, but I'm pretty sure she's not going to go under her name, Sudiksha Konanki. Okay. Um, just give me one more card in this community. So I'll show you guys the cards again. I just heard somebody seen her on the beach, and it's interesting that the beach card came out. Okay, imprisonment. Okay, imprisonment. So this is showing me something with the community imprisonment. So is she, and I know you guys are like, why you keep doing reads on Sudiksha? Okay, because people are worried about Sudiksha. Imprisonment card can mean, does she feel like she's in prison? Okay, a lot of the beach fronts all over the Caribbean, there is illegal activity. Okay, illegal activity is prostitution. Okay, I don't know if this girl had a nervous breakdown. I don't know her stories. Her story. Okay, the lies was at the bottom. So, and then I got trapped before. So in prison. So does she feel like she's in prison, or somebody's going to go to prison? Okay. Landfill. Did they find some runaway? So did she run away? And is some of her belongings they found in a landfill? I don't know. Okay. This is what I'm getting. Okay. I'm not gonna keep pulling too many cards. So the travel card is here. So she did travel. And I told you guys that. I told you. And that would make sense that if she did travel, the caves that I was seeing. Because the caves are on the edge of the islands. Okay. And even inland in the islands. Okay. So did she travel? Okay. And why Puerto Rico? Okay. Is it because it's United States territory and if something happens, she can go to the embassy, or is she being trafficked? I don't know. Okay. Um, is she trying to run away from somebody? I don't know. Okay. So this is a current energy read on Sudiksha Konanki. I know I keep doing reads back and back on her. But there's sightings of her in Puerto Rico. Okay. And in one of my videos, I did say Puerto Rico. Okay. I don't know why I said it, but I said it. Okay. There's a reason why I say things and it may not make sense at first. Okay. But then eventually will make sense. Okay. So they could find out information on the 14th of this month, the 30th of this month. Give me one more card on Sudiksha. And then I'm going to talk about what's happening in New York and Los Angeles. So they can also find something out by August to September. August to, August to October. They can find out something about Sudiksha. Yes, I definitely knew this girl was alive. Okay. I told you guys. I don't know why people are saying this girl's dead. I don't feel like her spirit is gone. Okay. And I'm pretty good at feeling the energy. I'm clansdiate and clairvoyant. Okay. Clansdiate, clairvoyant. I'm psychic. You guys know this. I told you guys many times that are new to my channel. I can see. Okay. So she's still alive. I believe she's still alive. I believe she's still out there. I believe we will get information by either the 14th of this month, the 30th of this month, or I said January, February, March, August to October. Okay. I knew it, you guys. I knew it. And I pray that she is alive for her family's sake. And also here I see behind this false persons is courtship. So did she get into a relationship with somebody and she wanted to be with them and she was told she couldn't be with them? I don't know. Okay. But there was a journey that she had to take. I felt that she was always alive. Yes, Linda. Yes. So I got false persons here and I got courtship with her. Okay. Number 4. So 8, 4, 48. And what else numbers did I get here? Because this could be significant with her case. But I also feel like there's 2 things that could have happened. I don't know why I always got trafficked with Sudiksha. Trafficked, that she was trafficked. That's what I was picking up. She met the wrong people. She trusted them. Somebody was lurking and watching her. But the first video I did, I said Puerto Rico. Okay, I felt she was always alive. This was a sailboat on a receipt, right? So my question is, if she traveled, how did she travel? Okay, I told you guys I seen her go on boats. Okay, and she got off the boat and walked on land. Okay, and I also seen caves. Okay, I don't know what part of Puerto Rico she's in. They're saying I'm gonna find out, and I will post the parts of Puerto Rico that I'm drawn to. Okay, um, cause the beach is here. Okay, so it has to be. It has to be. She's. They said they seen her on the beach. Somebody actually took a picture of her. They're scared to release this picture because they don't want attention drawn to themselves. I don't know for what reason, but somebody's gonna get a message of concern. Okay. So was she running away from her family? Okay, I'm just saying. Somebody said there was a sailboat on a receipt, right? I don't know. I was getting trafficking vibes. Um, when she went missing, she was running away from something, or she could be running away from something. There's love here. Somebody could have offered her love. A couple could have been involved. Um, or she could be in a relationship with somebody. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if this is a willing relationship or unwilling relationship. Okay, so people out here trying to find her, if they go to the beaches in Puerto Rico, I'm gonna see if I can be drawn to a beach. I'm gonna look. There is in DR, the water is facing. You can go from DR to Puerto Rico on the boat, and it's facing the edge of the islands by the water is facing DR and facing Puerto Rico. So this would make sense, okay? I mean, but did somebody take her there? Somebody trafficking her, okay? Or did she leave in her free will? Okay, that's the questions that we have, okay? But the person that did see her on the beach, okay, is that Sudiksha Konanki, because she can fit in, okay? Because she can pass for Spanish. She can. But how is she supporting herself? Hotel, motel? Does she have money to support herself? Is somebody supporting her? Imprisonment card here. Does she feel like she's in prison or somebody's going to go to jail? Did she travel? Okay, the travel card is here. She withdrew cash before she disappeared. A boat was drawn on the receipt, something like that. Okay, so maybe she just ran away. Maybe she don't want to be found. But if this is the case, and she left willingly, she needs to tell the FBI. Okay, because they took resources out just to try to find her, and people are very concerned. And if she did do this in her family, I mean, this is some wicked shit, okay? Because her mom and dad think she's dead, okay? I'm just saying. And that is wrong for her to do, especially with her mom and dad, okay? I'm just saying. She could at least send a message saying, I'm alive, I'm well. That is some F up stuff to do that to parents, okay? And landfill keeps coming out. So Was something found in the landfill, like a piece of clothing or some object? I don't know, that they're not telling us. And it was put there on purpose, or it wasn't put there on purpose. I have no idea. Okay, but landfill came out twice. Okay, so landfill means something. They could have found some evidence there or something. I don't know. I want to come back on, you guys. I want to talk about this video is for entertainment purposes. I want to talk about if they do have video of Sudiksha, they need to share it with the the embassy on Puerto Rico. And the reason why I say this is because just so people can stop worrying about her. And if she did this to her family, I mean, this is so wrong. I would have like said, look, I don't want to be bothered. I would have called them and be like, look, I don't want to be bothered and I don't want to be found, because she's grown, so she can make that decision. Okay, just saying. Okay. Somebody says she would draw cash before she disappeared. A boat was drawn on the receipt, something like that. Okay, I don't feel like this girl crossed. I've never did. Normally, I'm good at picking it up. I'm really good at picking up. Okay, and I've never felt a crossing for her. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so we'll see what happens from here. Okay. The travel card is here, so she traveled. Okay, but traveled where? Okay, they're saying Puerto Rican. They're saying in Puerto Rico, somebody seen her in Puerto Rico. So is she willingly went to Puerto Rico by herself, or was she taken to Puerto Rico? Okay, I'm just saying. All right. So this is about to get interesting. Okay, very interesting with Sudiksha Konanki's case. Okay. All right, guys. I want to talk about Los Angeles, and I want to talk about what is going on in Los Angeles. And I want you guys to tell me your thoughts. Somebody said trafficking. I got trafficking from day one. And I've always picked up trafficking with her. Okay? I've always picked up trafficking with her. Always. Okay? Now, what trafficking is, there was somebody watching her. The lights went out in that hotel. Trafficking goes on beaches in the Caribbean. Puerto Rico is a Caribbean island. My dad's from that island. My dad's no longer here, but he is from that island. Okay. There's a lot of beachfront properties. Okay. And a lot of prostitution happens on the beach because you have tourists that come in, and they might be looking for fun, and there's trafficking going on, and you're just there on the beach having a good day on the beach with your family and not even knowing there's people selling themselves on the damn beach. Okay. But my thing is, how is she surviving? Yes, she would draw money, but does she have enough money to sustain herself, or somebody supporting her? Or is she trafficked, or she left for her? She left on her free will. I pray that she left on her free will. Okay, but if she's trafficked, that's a whole other ball game. Okay, and the family legally pronounced her dead. Okay, they should have never done that. Okay, they never should have done that. Yes, the drug card came out before too. The drug card came out. The trafficking card came out for me. When I see a card, a Pacific card, I know that's human trafficking. Okay. Yes. So is she being trafficked? Is she being drugged? And she's on that beach, and these kids seen her. Okay. I feel like whoever seen her was young. Okay. I feel like whoever seen her, let me see the cards that I just pulled. Whoever seen her is young. If they did see her. Okay, they could be 23, whoever seen her. Could be 20, 23, 29, or 28. Or even 25. Or 32. Okay, or 41. Or 39. This is getting interesting. Or 30. Okay, these are the ages. I just feel like this is young energy that's seen her. I don't know why I'm feeling young energy. Okay, I'm feeling like young um energy that seen her on that beach. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so there's two things that's going on. She was trafficked, or she left freely and willingly. Okay, and she's old enough to leave freely and willingly, but the way she did her family, she should have never did her family like that. Does the family know that she's still alive? I mean, there's so many questions here. Okay, so many questions. Were they crying because they knew they had to let her go, because she left freely, and the FBI went to the family and said she just left freely and willingly? But why would they pronounce her dead? It doesn't make sense. Okay, none of it makes sense. But I feel like the FBI has more information on Sudiksha, but they're not telling us all the information. Okay, so let's come back on and talk about the riots in Los Angeles. Um, Female. She's the female that we're all looking for. Sudiksha Konanki. Hey, Renee. So two things happened. She was either trafficked, accident, female. So was this made to seem like an accident? I don't know. Okay, a man-made disaster. Was this made to seem like she disappeared? Okay, landfill again. But somebody was watching her. I'm telling you guys, this energy of watching her, stalking her, I got from day one, and I continue to get this energy. Okay, perversion. Okay, I feel like somebody was watching her. Okay, um, did they take her to Puerto Rico to traffic her? I don't know. But there's a lot of beaches in Puerto Rico. Okay, so I'm going to see, because I'm hearing two beaches in Spanish. So I'm going to see if I can pick up the name of these two beaches, and I will post it on my community post, because it's in Spanish. Okay, so she could be on either of these beaches. Okay, I told you guys. I don't know why I felt like she was in Puerto Rico. I kept talking about Puerto Rico, and I'm like, why am I talking about Puerto Rico? She could be in Puerto Rico. Okay, and it's United States territory, so I'd rather for her to be in Puerto Rico than any of these other islands. And I pray that she's not trafficked, that she just left willingly. Okay, all right. I don't feel like she crossed, you guys. I've never felt that. Okay, so let's talk about Los Angeles and New York. The ice. I need to talk about this. It won't be a long video. It'll be a short video. Because I have some real concerns. Okay, so I will be back on. I'm going to make it short and brief, and we're just going to talk about it. Okay, you guys. All right. Thank you, guys. Bye, you guys. Bye, Renee. Bye, Miss Lady Woman. Linda. Linda's saying she was trafficked and drugged, and she withdrew cash before she disappeared. A boat was drawn on a receipt, something like that. Okay. I didn't know there was cash withdrawn. I didn't know this girl's whole story. I was just pulling her energy because I don't like to watch a lot on the case to solve the case. The less I see, the better for me as a psychic. Okay. So, Linda says she felt like she was alive. Yes, I felt like she's alive. I definitely feel like she's alive. All right, you guys. I'll be back on. Let's talk about what's going on in Los Angeles and California. I feel like we need to talk about it. And the reason why I feel like we need to talk about it is because, come back on with me, you guys. Okay, so go get your teas, your drinks, whatever. Not no alcohol. And I want to talk about what I'm actually seeing with Elon Musk. I did videos on Elon. I did videos on Donald Trump. And I told you guys this was going to happen. Okay. But we have a real concern. And I'm going to tell you what the concern that I'm picking up, that's happening in Los Angeles. And why American citizens should be concerned about this. Because come back on. I will explain what I'm seeing. Okay, you guys? All right. Thank you, guys. This is Jennifer Felix, Psychic readings. Thank you guys.